Author Schopenhauer was a pessimist, a philosopher who believed women are childlike and short-sighted, meaning they act like children and care about small things that do not matter. Lip gloss, clothes, makeup, and getting their nails done instead of thinking about abstract ideas, as if they never truly do grow up. And this is why Schopenhauer says this. Women are suited to be nurses and teachers of our earliest childhood, precisely because they themselves are childish, frivolous, and short-sighted. In author Schopenhauer's view, he's seen women as nature's tool to keep reproduction instead of focusing on intellectual pursuits. During his time, no woman had ever did anything great. There was no woman who had produced great artwork, philosophy, or science. There was no woman genius. Only the men were in charge of pursuing the intellectual pursuits. And this was because women and men had inherent limitations. Man can't produce babies, and women can. Women are manipulative and use their beauty and charm to bring you in. Women do not use strength. Instead, they use the traits that they were designed with. This can distract men because naturally we are weakened by looks, beauty. When we see a good-looking woman walk past, we lust after them. Most men will not approach because they are afraid of rejection. And the men who do approach and get the woman either fall in love, and this leads to the next step. Author Schopenhauer was against marriage. He believed that marriage was a trap and would enslave into fatherhood and responsibility. Marriage is a trap that ensnares men into servitude. Understanding pessimism will make you understand author Schopenhauer himself. He hated a lot of things, not just women. This goes back to his childhood. His mom was a writer, but did not respect him. For him, desire was the root of suffering, especially sexual desires, and he saw women as the main problem for that. This being said, his view could be considered outdated now. This was back in the day, and him being a pessimist makes sense for his view. If he saw life as suffering, this means everything he hated would get thrown into this huge category. Author Schopenhauer will be a philosopher that will be remembered for a very long time. Here is a list of quotes he said about women. Women are by nature meant to obey. This means that women are not meant to lead, but instead to follow. His reason is women are emotional and less rational than men, and better suited for raising children instead of leadership. The fundamental fault in the character of women is that they have no sense of justice. This means women rely on their emotions instead of logic. In their perspective, they do not care what is actually fair. Instead, they care about what feels right. This is a huge problem if you do not use logic. Instead, let your emotion get involved. This can be very damaging to a society and in general. The wife is treated like a minor all her life, first by her parents, then by her husband. He believed women never grow up and are always dependent on someone. They go from being controlled by their parents to controlled by their husband. He believed this was part of nature. This being said, you have to remember this was back in 1788 and 1860, and many people would say this is outdated now. But Schopenhauer was right about a few things. He thought women mature emotionally faster than men, which is supported by research. He also believed women focus more on family and security, which many do. He said lust can cloud judgment, which we know happens. He pointed out that women were treated as dependent, which was true in the past. Lastly, he noticed that gender roles are often about power, a point still discussed today. To be clear, these are Schopenhauer's view. His ideas about women were harsh and outdated, but they were part of his broader pessimistic philosophy. I'm sharing them to show you his thinking, not to spread them onto you. I understand these views are controversial, and I'm open to hearing your thoughts on it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what other videos you would like to see, and road to 700. Let's hope we can get 700 by next week. Maybe it's possible.